Welcome to another episode of Quickie with Mz B. I'm Mz B. Today is Tuesday, and we're going to talk about the Thanksgiving mishaps and wonderful stories that go along with. Okay, so John, here we're going to talk about Thanksgiving today. This should be interesting.
No, I want
to say.
Real quick now.
Mm-hmm.
Got any horror stories about Thanksgiving?
My horror story would be the very first time that I tried to cook the turkey.
Oh, no, because I'm going to tell mine, too, about the first time I did turkey. Mine's going to make everybody scream and go traumatically running across the room, but I want to hear yours.
Well, you know how it comes with all the innards, gizzards, and whatever you want to call it. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that. So I'm like cleaning off the turkey, getting it all ready, putting it in the pan, and I'm going to shove it in the oven. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't cook the bag in it, though, right?
Oh, yeah, bag and everything just stayed in there. I almost set the turkey on fire.
How?
Because I wasn't paying attention and I almost burnt it. Well, I did burn it, but whoa,
that's a lot of bird to burn. I've never understood that. How the heck do people burn it? It's been in for about 6 days, and I'm figuring it ought to be done soon.
Well, no, it wasn't a very big bird because it was just me and my husband at the time. So for Thanksgiving, so we had to have our own Thanksgiving. So it was just him and I. So it wasn't a very big bird, and yeah. I set off the smoke alarm in our apartment and everything. And you could smell the burnt turkey all over the apartment and probably into the next apartment. Beside us, above us, below us, wherever and anywhere.
Okay, so you know I'm cheap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've made a turkey before, but I never make turkey the way this one person's trying to get me to make it. They want me to do it in this bag, okay? Now imagine this. Mm-hmm. Apparently there's a plastic bag that you put stuff mm-hmm. in, and I looked mm-hmm. it up to make sure it was real, and it was real. So, but unbeknownst to me, I don't know it's a special bag. I thought it was a plastic bag, and then it made sense to me logically because I know you can actually take a plastic bottle and boil water over a fire because the water won't allow the plastic to get any hotter than boiling water, mm-hmm. and that's not hot enough to melt through. So it made sense to me, the steam inside. I thought, okay. So I went in, and I figured just a plastic bag, and I'd seen the big plastic bags at a dollar store. So I ran into the dollar store. Oh wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets way worse.
I thought I was bad for burning
no.
Okay.
Oh, this gets way worse. So I go in there and I asked the lady, I said, so is this one of those special bags? Yeah, I said, now I can use this to like put things in and they can be like, heated and all that. She went, yes. I went, okay. So I was fine. I got it home. It was big enough. The bird fit right in there. I stuffed it and all that stuff. Put this twisty thing on there and made sure I got it on there really good and tight, and I put it in the oven. Well, it was a heat-sensitive bag. It's what they call it a special name. It's called a shrink bag. So lo and behold, about 25 to 30 minutes later, the missus opens the door to get a look at the turkey and goes, didn't you even take it out of the package? I went, what? She goes, you didn't take it out of the package. I went, I did too. Don't tell me I didn't take it out of the package. I took it out of the package. I put it in. She goes, oh my God, the pan is inside the package. I'm like, what are you talking about? I go in there. Guess what? Apparently it was a heat shrink bag. And it sealed the turkey and the pan. All of it was like now compressed tight like a log. And it looks like I bought a turkey in the store with a pan sealed inside the bag. I'm like, the hell? What kind of bag is that? She's like, what are you asking me for? You're the one who went and got it. She goes, where's the box they come in? I went, I just bought the one. She went, you can't buy just one. They come in a box of like 3. I went, no, the lady let me buy just one. She went, You went to the grocery store and bought one baking bag. I went, well, I didn't go to the grocery store. She said, where'd you go? I went to the dollar store. They wanted like $8 at the grocery store, and I just wanted one. So I bought it at the dollar store. She went, did it come in a package? I went, no. Well, it came in this cellophane thing. She looks at it, she goes, that's a heat shrink bag. And I'm like, that's what they did to the turkey before you bought it, was put it in a heat shrink bag. You just put it back in the bag. Oops. Number one, oops. Number two, I'm sure it'll still work, wouldn't it? So you have to get that out of there. I'm like, no, seriously, wouldn't it still work, though?
No.
She's like, what do you mean? I said, well, it's really compressed in there now. Wouldn't it, like, it's like going to stay real nice and tight and get hot? She was like, get it out of the damn.
Get it out now.
So, yeah, I heat shrunk the pan to the turkey. And I know how to cook. I was just being cheap. There was $1 for one. $8 for three.
Well, I have to tell you my other one really quickly. So one year, and my cousin was down here from Canada, going to the college, to university. She was getting rather homesick, so I said to her, "Well, I'll make Thanksgiving happen for you. You know, because Canadian Thanksgiving is celebrated in the month of October." Okay, so I'm like all happy that I can do this for her, and I'm going to make her a day, and I get all these fixings, and I do all the cooking. Everything turns out perfect. I call her up. I tell her, come on over. Thanksgiving dinner is ready. She goes, that's really nice of you, but it was last week.
Happy New Year! It's May 18th. It's May. Forget it, Chrissy. You blew it.
I just thought it was kind of funny because I was so concentrating on getting all the ingredients and I didn't pay attention.
Can I ask you an important question I think everybody should know? Aren't you Canadian?
Yes! And boy, did I get you should know this speech from my cousin. Let me tell you, she busted my balls for a whole week.
Well, you gotta give it to her. You are Canadian.
Just saying.
Yes. With that, we better take a break.
Yes. Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is Mz B, and you're listening to A Quickie with Mz B. If you missed the first half of the show, please go back and check it out, and check out Monday's show as well, and all the other previous shows if this is the first time that you're just tuning in. Anyways, today we're talking about Thanksgiving, and John, that's been quite the funny stories.
Remember, folks, do not buy your baking bags from the dollar store.
And always try to remember which day is Thanksgiving.
That's right.
That's helpful.
Especially if you're Canadian.
Oh, man. I'm never going to live that one down. Ever, ever, ever.
And I'm never going to forget it either.
Yeah, right along there with duck.
Well, what's the first letter in duck?
Chicken.
D. And what did you mistake yourself for quite a while? Miss D. D, duck, chicken. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, as long as we're talking about birds, let's continue talking about the frozen turkeys, the cooked turkeys, the uncooked turkeys, all the horror stories that go along with cooking that bird.
Why do people have such a hard time with that?
Okay, I'll tell you the first story, because I don't know why people have such a hard time with this, unless you're a newbie, and then I can see, because you've never done it before. But still, it's not like back in the day when we didn't have Google. You people have Google. You can Google it.
Yes, and remember when someone tells you if you've made a mistake. I told this to somebody. They made a mistake, and they were going to have company in 5 hours. She's like, now you have the bird. Oh, that's no problem. You can do a bird in 5 hours. No, you can't. Everyone tells us, yes, you can. You spatchcock it, honey. what? I'm not doing it to a bird. I'm like, whoa. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold phones.
I did not say anything bad. I said spatchcock. She's like, I'll talk to you later. And she hangs. I'm like, what do you think I said? Look it up.
She thought you were being nutty.
Oh my word. What do you think I want you to do to a bird in 5 hours? All I said was, and for all you folks that are wondering, it means remove the backbone and lay the bird flat. Now the bird's only 4 inches thick. It cooks faster.
It cooks faster.
Wow. What'd you think I said?
Excuse me. Well, speaking along the lines of that, I should say, here's the first story. It's called A Very Frozen Feast. It goes like this. My friend was renting a little house where only 2 of the stove burners worked and the oven door was permanently jammed shut. So we decided to order turkey, dressing, sweet potatoes, all the fixings from the grocery store. We went on Thanksgiving morning to pick up the food and discovered all of it, including the 30-pound turkey, was pre-cooked but frozen solid. It was 9 a.m. and we had 10 people coming at noon. We didn't know what to do. Finally, one of us had a great idea. Break up the turkey. So this is what they did to break up the turkey.
It's a 30-pound solid frozen bird. Think about that. That is the size of a small TV.
Mm-hmm. So they took a hammer. I can't get through the sentence. Oh my gosh.
I already know where you're going.
They took a hammer and a screwdriver and
a screwdriver.
And tore the frozen turkey apart.
I'll bet they probably didn't even wash the screwdriver at all. Was it a Phillips?
Okay, it gets better. They wrapped it in foil and they put it in the hot fireplace. Because they don't have any oven because the door is jammed shut permanently.
Can I suggest that maybe you take the screwdriver and the hammer and try to unjam the stove door? You had the tools to fix the stove in your hand, and you decided to tear the turkey apart instead. My bird roasting on an open fire.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
I hope they're listening, because people, if you are listening, the screwdriver and hammer is what you use to open the frozen stove door. You can take the door off with the screwdriver. I really want to know if it was a Phillips, though. I wonder if they went at it with a dirty Phillips.
And here's the final comment to that story. They said we put the sweet potatoes in the dressing right up next to the fire, turned them every now and then. Everyone showed up and raved about smoked turkey. I hope there was no metal shavings in it.
Oh, wow.
And we never told them that we beat it with a hammer and screwdriver to get it ready.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I can just picture it. You're like these 2 girls. I'm sure there's probably 2 young people in the kitchen going, okay, now what do we do? It's frozen.
I had a friend that he said, when do I start this bird? I said, you want? I said, the best way, do you want to take the bird, open it up like a book, flat? He went, no, I just want to have a normal bird. I went, okay, so if you're going to do a normal bird then, are you going to stuff this thing or not stuff it? He goes, what do you think? I said, me? I don't like to stuff the bird because all you did was take the internal temperature and make it more hard to get to where it needs to be. So now you can make the bird dry. That's how it gets dry. Is you're trying to heat all that wet stuffing in the middle, and it doesn't work that well. I said, I like to do the stuffing in a pan separately and just do the bird. I said, if you want to throw some onions in there or whatever, that's fine. So he's like, so when should I start it? I went, well, if you're going to do the whole bird, I would start it. Get up early. I said I would probably get up about 5 in the morning and start it if you're going to do the whole bird. So he gets up at 5 in the morning, calls me around 3 in the afternoon and goes, dude, this thing isn't even ready to go in the oven yet. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He went, I said, I told you to start that at 5 in the morning. He goes, I did. I said, well, how can it not be ready to go in the oven if you got up at 5 in the morning and put it in the oven? He goes,
you didn't put it in the oven?
No, you know what? Do you know what he calls starting it? Defrosting. Defrosting. He got up at 5 in the morning, set it on top of the stove, and figured it was going to be ready to go sometime around, I don't know. I'm like, well, how are you planning on cooking this thing?
Excuse me.
That's
oh
the
my
slowest cook. I told you to start at 5. He took it out to defrost at 5. And by the way, this is the same guy that called me for a macaroni and cheese emergency. He'd been boiling it for 2 hours and it hadn't come together yet. I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh.
What? He put 6 quarts of water in a pan, dumped 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese in it, also dumped the cheese in the water, boiled it for 2 hours, and it still hadn't come together yet. This is the nincompoop.
No.
This is the nincompoop who thought starting a turkey means defrosting it. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm going to leave you with the last one really quick. This one's called the flame-throwing turkey. I wanted to do something different this year, so I baked a ham with bourbon glaze. Accidentally used twice the amount of bourbon needed. After baking for about 45 minutes, the alcohol vapor built up in the oven and exploded, blowing the door completely open.
Oh, they need to talk to the other people who had the screwdriver and the hammer. There you go. That's how you open it right there.
A huge blue flame shot across the kitchen as we shrieked and ducked. Thankfully, nothing and nobody was injured.
Did the bird go with it?
It doesn't say. Incoming.
I think that was too much bourbon.
You think? And this is why you shouldn't drink and cook at the same time. And on that note, I think I'm going to go drink a glass of wine.